Long vowel. When a vowel sounds like its name, this is called a long vowel sound. Long A sound is A as in cake. Long E sound is E as in sheet. Morpheme. A combination of sounds that has meaning in speech or writing. It cannot be divided into smaller grammatical parts. This includes prefixes and suffixes. Write, cat, laugh, box. Embedded phonics approach. An approach to phonics instruction that involves implicit teaching through reading or in context. A student learns to decode the word snake when reading a short story about a boy who goes hiking. R-controlled vowel. A vowel followed by the letter R where the R that doesn't make its normal short or long sound. In the word tiger, the letter E is a R-controlled vowel, and its pronunciation changes because it's followed by an R. Spelling-based phonics approach. An approach to phonics instruction that involves spelling, words, and phonemes. In a spelling-based phonics approach, students learn the sounds of each letter and put the sounds together to create a word. Diagnostic assessment / pre-assessment. Assessment administered before instruction to determine students' strengths and weaknesses. Decoding. In reading out loud, being able to sound out words by breaking them into simple forms. In reading for comprehension, the understanding of how to read each letter or letter pattern in a word to determine the word's meaning. Progress monitoring. Periodic assessments to monitor student growth and evaluate the effectiveness of instruction. The teacher prepared a progress monitoring assessment to see how much each student had improved and learned if his new instructional approach was effective. Phoneme. The smallest individual sounds in a word. The word bit has 3 phonemes: b, I, t. Encode. Using individual sounds to spell a word. To encode, a student must represent the sounds of word with letters. For example, the word cat would be encoded as C-A-N-T. Vowel digraph. 2 vowels that make a single vowel sound when together in a word, also known as vowel teams. The AI in paint, the EE in need, the OA in boat. Consonant blend. 2 or more consonants that blend together when decoded, but each retains its own sound. In a word blue, the letters B and L form the consonant blend, blah. Short vowel. The sound that most often corresponds to a vowel when the vowel occurs individually between consonants. When there is one vowel in a word, either at the beginning or between 2 consonants, it usually has the short vowel sound. Word families. A group of words with a shared ending letter group or sound. Back, black, stack, shack, quack, lack, tack. Consonant digraph. 2 consonants that make a single consonant sound when together in a word. In the word wish, the letters S and H form the consonant digraph sh. Summative assessment. Assessment of learning, given at a specific point in time in order to determine what students know and don't know. Summative assessments are generally formal. State assessment, district benchmark, semester or 6-week test, and end of the unit or chapter. Morphology. The study of forms of words, including affixes, roots, stems, and parts of speech. The word bicycles is made up of 3 individual morphemes: the prefix bi, the stem cycle, and the suffix s. Automaticity. The ability to read words effortlessly. Sight word. Words that cannot be decoded because it doesn't follow standard phonics rules and must be recognized by sight. Of, was, the, would. Affix. A letter or letters that change a root word's meaning, prefixes or suffixes. Fry word list. The 100 most frequently occurring words in the English language, often used for sight word instruction. Synthetic phonics approach. an accelerated approach to phonics instruction that explicitly teaches how to convert letters into sounds, phonemes, and then blend the sounds to form words. A teacher first teaches the sound of each letter and then focuses on how to blend the sounds together to pronounce whole words. Dolch word list. The 220 most frequently used words that are considered basic level to the reading of a first or second grader in English. Some words on the list include am, are, at, be, but, came, did, have, he, into, like, now, on, are, out, and please. Whole word reading. Reading a word by sight without attempting to decode it. Memorizing sight words helps to support whole word reading. Phonics, graphonomic principle. Using the relationship between symbols, letters, and words, and sounds of a language to read and write. Decodable word. Words that follow common letter/sound correspondent rules and can be sounded out. For a third grader, words like family and afternoon are decodable. Grapheme. A symbol, letter, or the combination of letters that represent a single sound. F makes the F sound. High frequency words. A word that appears often in grade level text. Words like and, the, as, and it are high frequency words. Analogy-based phonics approach. An approach to phonics instruction in which students use knowledge of word patterns to decode new words. In an analogy-based phonics approach to decode an unknown word, zap, students would think of the word map. Diphthong. One vowel sound made by the combination of two vowel sounds. The OU in south, the AU in taught, and the OY in oyster. Analytical phonics approach. A common approach to phonics instruction in which students are taught to recognize whole words by sight and then to break down words to smaller units of sound. The analytic phonics method teaches students about spelling and letter patterns and their sounds. For example, if the student knows man and ran, then the word tan should be easily to read. Phonemic awareness/sound awareness. The ability to hear, identify, and recreate individual sounds in spoken words. A student can hear the B makes first sound in the word blue. Sight word instruction. The approach taken when teaching high frequency, often irregular words to early readers. Sight word instruction helps students to memorize words that they will encounter often by teaching them to read the words by sight without attempting them to decode them.